Hi, crystal balls. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please think about sticking around, liking, commenting, and subscribing. For everybody else, please take a moment out of your day to like, comment, share, and subscribe to not just me, but to everybody else out there who is really trying to get off their feet. Support your small YouTube channels, your friends, your small businesses, the mom and pop places. Guys, this is a free, amazing way that you can help people out. Just take a few moments out of your day to do that. It's good karma and it's free. All right, and I just want to thank all of my viewers for being here with me, Crystal Balls. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate that you have a lot of patience with me right now as I adjust to a new schedule in my life, and it's very difficult, but I highly appreciate it. And I will be going back as soon as I can to making more in-depth videos. I have a very large video request that I'm going to do. It's just going to take me some time, but I will get back to those as soon as possible. Today we are going to do a pick a card, pick a pile from the past life oracle cards. Now, guys, this is a buyer beware story, okay? I actually got these on Amazon, and it's supposed to be a trusted site, yada, 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 yada. And the price I thought was a little too good to be true because I've seen it much higher. So guess what? It was. It wasn't from any of the other people, who sell on Amazon. It's from Amazon itself. So the point is, there was no guidebook, but this was supposed to take you to a guidebook. Guess what? It never worked. So thanks to some random guy named Aaron or Eric, I can't remember, Aaron or Eric, whoever you are, that I found you, who shared this through Dropbox. I highly appreciate it. However, I haven't read through it yet. I just want to see what I can do with these. My past life readings are my most expensive readings, and I have not used these cards before, and this probably won't be much of an example, but they are my most in-depth and my favorite readings to do. So normally they are $40. If you guys want a past life reading from me, let me know in the comments below or hit me up an email, which is on my channel page, and let me know that you have watched the past life oracle cards video, and I will give you a discount to $25 instead of $40. So yay. All right, so pick a pile. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Now, each of these, we're going to ask the same exact questions. If you are drawn to more than one pile, that is absolutely fine. If you want to see all 3, that's absolutely fine too. I will put timestamps to let you know when each one is in. Now, a little bit about past lives. I want to remind people that not everybody has a celebrity or royalty or something huge happen in their past life. Some past lives are very mundane, but I don't even like that description because it shows me that we lived. We lived, and we'll live again. And it's important for that to be the lesson that you take away from this. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find a reason why something irks you, or you're obsessed or something, or you can't quite put your finger on why you have a certain fear. Or maybe this will help you let go of some of those very damaging things that happened in our past, because trust me, we've all had damaging past lives. So my past life readings will be different than this, much more in depth, very individualized, but this is just going to be a use of the past life oracle deck. Now, good thing about these cards, they're beautiful. Um, the biggest thing about it was you cannot get the guide. So yeah, thank you, random person on the internet. Use Dropbox. Yes. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started. We are going to do pile number one first, followed by two and three. Again, if you guys want to use all three piles, you are able to do so. All right. We'll get started. This is your pile number one card. Now, I want you to notice that every single one of the back of these cards is a doorway. And that's important because this is a doorway into your past life. Each one of these doorways are going to take you somewhere different. And today, we are going to ask two questions. Who was I in my most significant past life? And what lessons do I need to learn and let go of? So, who was I in a past life? In the past life, in your most significant past life, actually, we're going to look at both of these. Interesting. Okay. So, in your past life, pile number one, you were somebody who either was very spiritual, religious, or somebody that was seeking asylum. I feel like you grew up on the steps of the church and you probably were a beggar. I feel like you felt the church was a sanctuary for you, a place that you could go. I think honestly, it may have not necessarily even been a place of worship for you. It might have been a source of where you could get tidings, where you could get food, where you could get coins, where you get somebody maybe to take pity on you and bring you in for the night. I feel like you were a beggar and you were more obsessed with financial than you were your own spirituality. Um, your spirituality is what's lacking in this lifetime. And your obsession with finances is something that definitely has carried over into this lifetime. This is something that you feel like you must have money in order to live, but it's not just in order to live, it's you're stockpiling things. You may be a hoarder, you may be someone who really, really, really goes after all of those like couponing things, sales, but it's also almost like a compulsion for you. It's not necessarily because you need it. You used the spirituality and religion of other people in order to gain financial gain. Some of you are still doing that right now. There are some of you who are still in the spiritual world or religious world, and you are, well, you're taking advantage of the finances in this situation because a lot of churches have a lot of money, especially those big mega churches. So there are some of you right now that are doing this. Your lesson for this lifetime is more spirituality, less finances. It doesn't mean spirituality that you have to be Christian, that you have to believe in any God. You could be atheist. What you need to do is believe in something more than yourself. And if that is nature, if that's animals, if that's whatever it is, if it is God, if it's Buddha, if it's, whoever, be there in that belief with no strings attached. Be there and be present. Bring that into your life. Your finances, everybody's always going to have trouble with their finances. Unfortunately, we are a society that runs on money. Money is meaningless. It's just paper. And most of the time, it's on a card or numbers in a bank account. It is not real. But we put more faith in the almighty dollar than we ever have in our own spirituality. Your lesson for this lifetime is to find your balance here. Let go of your obsession with finances and let in the light that you so have sorely been needing. All right, pile number 1, that is your reading. If you want to stay tuned for pile number 2, go ahead. Otherwise, I will see you later. Welcome, pile number 2. Here are your 2 cards. We are going to focus on 2 things. 1, who you were in your most significant last past life. And 2, what lessons that you need to either learn from that past life or what you need to let go of from that past life. It could be both. I mentioned in the first pile, and I will again, recognize that each one of these cards has a door on the back of the cards. This is for you to walk through metaphorically and see your past. So let's go ahead and take our first steps and see what we can find. Oh, wow. In your last, most significant past life, I'm just going to go with what it says. You were a killer. You were somebody that I don't even want to say as a soldier, you felt personally betrayed, very betrayed. And you wanted revenge. You wanted to get even. You were angry. And you did not have it in you to stop, have a little faith, forgive, or anything like that. You were driven by pure animalistic instinct. Some of you guys who did killings, it was justified. It was something that very terrible happened to a loved one or several loved ones in your life, and the justice system may have not been in place, or it may not have worked for you. And while I don't condone violence, I am telling you, in this life at this time, it was the right choice because somebody was going to get away. What you need to learn in this life is letting go. I don't necessarily think, yes, it says forgiveness, but you need to forgive yourself. You don't have to forgive other people. I don't believe in necessarily forgiving other people to make yourself feel better. Forgiveness is not for everybody, but forgiving yourself is mandatory. Have trust and faith in yourself. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. And I think in this particular lifetime, you may have a compulsion or urge that just comes out of nowhere every once in a while that you really want to get violent. Or you're really angry. Or the exact opposite. You get very, very upset or very angry, but then you don't react in a violent or angry way. You react in a very spiritual way, prayers, very going to church, ritual, things like that. Whatever it is for you. It could be fasting, it could be, cutting your own hair, whatever it is. You are going to go to the other extreme because you are overly doing it, trying to correct your karma from a past life. What you need to take away from this is forgive yourself. Not everybody is worth forgiving, but you are. Trust and have faith in yourself. Listen to that little voice in your head that's telling you that you are okay, not the one that's telling you to be angry. Guys, this is a very, it feels very heavy, this particular batch, but it doesn't have to be. It does not have to continue this way. There is light here. And if you are able to find balance, some of you may have some anger management issues. You can do it. This is telling me it's time for you to be able to move forward. It is not living when you hold a grudge from eons back. Hold on pain for things that you've paid for over and over again already. You can have a happy, peaceful life. You deserve it. Forgive yourself. Trust yourself. All right, guys, that's going to be pile number 2. Pile number 3 is coming up if you'd like to stick around for that one. If not, I will see you later. All right, crystal balls, this is pile number 3. Now, as I've said in the other 2, look at the back of each one of these cards. They have doorways in them. This is done very specifically so you will walk through to your past and whoever you were. This way you will open yourselves up to finding out the lessons that you need to learn. So we are doing the same questions for all of them. 1, who you were in your most significant past life. 2, what lessons that you need to learn from this past life or what you need to let go from this life. So let's get started. Wow. Okay. Pile number 3. In your last past life, no matter if you were male or female, during this present life, you were a father. This affected you deeply. You were a very good father. You were mighty. I feel like you would pick your kid up and show them the stars and show them the North Star, show them all of the constellations, name the planets, tell them about Africa, tell them about Asia and all the beautiful continents out there. I feel like you were very well traveled. And I feel like fatherhood was stolen from you. Now, that could be in several different ways, but I believe for most of you, your fatherhood was stolen by a death of your child. I don't think you had any other children after this because your life ended shortly after this. I feel like you were on some sort of adventure, and I feel like you were with your family, your very small family. And I want to say insect bite, something like that happened, and that quickly took the child's life. Could not be saved. That would also take your life. I think it also would take your spouse's life. And it was a very short, brief, happy life, but it ended so fast. I think now in this life that you question commitments, you really have a hard time with committing. You really may be one or two things. You're polar, like, opposite of wanting to have children. You do not want to have them all, or you want to have many. And it feels like I have to have these kids. I have to. You're going to be incredibly protective of your children, especially the littlest. Whatever state that means, every time your child is the littlest, so let's say you have 3 kids, every time they're around the age of 3, you're going to be ultra protective of them. It's just something in you. You have a fear that you're going to lose somebody very important to you. Now, the other card is a male and female card. You were so affected by this that you never wanted to experience being a father again. So there are people right now in this lifetime who have switched genders and are now female that can't have children. Or you are a male. Or you are trans. And that is completely normal. I just feel like this life was, as a man, you never wanted to experience the loss of a child again. And I feel like you lived most of your lives presenting as male. You have been living the most recent lives presenting as female. Even if you are biologically a male right now, I would suspect that you present as a female. Now, that's not going to be everybody, of course, because this is a general reading. But I don't know why it seems like it would hurt more to lose a child as a father than as a mother, but that is the position here. What you need to do in this life is to learn that, yes, death is around every corner. We never know when our last moment is going to be, so let's enjoy it. And let's not spend our entire lives mourning. Do not be so afraid of things that you don't live. And if you don't feel right about yourself, there's support out there. Let's find help. Let's find a place where we can change it. And let's make every day more positive. Because you have a lot of love in your heart. You guys, pile number 3, have an immense amount of love. And a sense of adventure. You're so hard on yourself for something that is in the past that you could not have changed one way or the other. This was very sad, but it was beyond your control. And remember, you've lived through loss already. It's done. You're never going to lose the same child again. It's time for you to really take charge and live this life. Leave that behind you. Become the person that you were meant to be, no matter what that means to you. If that means you don't want to have any children, don't. You want kids, but you're afraid to have your own? Adopt. If you don't want to be a mother or father, that's okay. But don't let a past fear stop you from having a family. All right, pile number 3, that is your reading. And everybody, that is going to close up our readings of the Past Life Oracle. Like I said, not my favorite deck. I need to learn it a little bit more. This is a practice for me. But again, my past life readings are very in-depth. They are very long. And for limited time. We'll just go, whenever. Um, like I said, if you email me and want a past life reading, instead of charging you $40, I will charge you 25, but you have to mention this deck. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world. Remember that every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely. And I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.